Hey guys, what's up? Yeah, as you can see in my hand, if you can see it very well, let me just adjust the camera down just a little bit more so you can see it. There we go. But as you can see in my hand, this is the this is a dual disc. This is actually the dual disc that was sold when the second season of Yu-Gi-Oh! Came over here to the U.S. They wanted to sell this to kind of give kids, if not fans, kind of the illusion or the feel of what it was like to have a dual disc that you saw in the show. Basically give them kind of that same feel and everything. Now, the disc basically, now it all depends on how, like what side, what end. As I lift the camera up here a little bit so it'd be better look. It all depends basically on, what you are, whether or not you're right-handed or left-handed. And basically for me, I would have to put this on the left hand. So let me take this out right now and show you what I mean as I do my best here with it. And you can see that in the reflection there. But yeah, sometimes you have to strap it onto a side of you that you don't normally use as much. So if we look down here, for example, this is basically how you strap it on. Get it on as far as you can. And, there you go. And I think this helps hold on to it a little bit. If you want to get that illusion, or if you want to pull it down just a little bit more and tighten it in, there you go. You get that illusion right there. Again, this was sold, I think, by Bandai a little bit. This was sold by Bandai when it first came out. I think it was sold by Bandai Konami. Trying to think. I think it was. I think it may have been Konami along with Bandai. I'm not really sure. But yeah, they sold this when it came out, and let me see if maybe I could figure it out. I think it may have been Konami. I don't know. But this was sold, like I said, and I bought this back when I lived in Kansas, and it still actually works. It actually still works and everything. I've had it in my closet. Honestly, long story short, I thought I'd had this tucked away in my garage, but in reality, I actually had it in my closet, hidden in the back of my Power Master Prime and my Harley Quinn figure. So yeah, I had it in my room the whole time. But basically, this, like I said, is the disc that, they sold to kind of play into the Battle City arc, and then later on, like the Waking of the Dragons, and then of course the finale and stuff. But this was mostly sold during around the second into third season, and mostly in time for the first movie. Here in the US, that is, mostly in time for the first movie. Now, like I said, it still works and everything. It still works, and how it works primarily, depending on, what version you have. And I had something stuck in there. I don't know what that was. But the way you activate is you got the switch here. You do this. And as you can see, the lights come on. And it's supposed to eject the thing. So I'm going to do that again. And as you can see, the lights, they come on. And these things here, yeah, they're supposed to do that. They're supposed to, like, go like that. It's supposed to actually, you're supposed to actually, be able to swing it back. So I think, yeah, it's supposed to go like that a little bit, right into a motion. It's supposed to actually go like from here to here. So yeah, it's supposed to do something like that. Yeah, it's supposed to do something like that, and then you just you turn it, and there you go. And then of course, like I say, you get the light functions that work here, and you can use the buttons, which are right here. Just adjust that a little bit. But the buttons that are right here, you can use these to keep score a little bit. This other button here used to work a little bit, but the other ones, they still do, but it helps keep score basically. It's supposed to help keep score. And then of course you have your disc loading things here. So here, right here, of course, you have where you load the disc. And just my camera again. But here is where you load the disc. And then here, of course, is where you put them into what's known as the graveyard. And the way this works is real simple. So I'll give you an example. Here is what I would consider my primary duel deck. Right here, I've actually played against some friends and my nephew when he was younger. I've actually played a couple of duel games with him when it came to this deck. And you know, there were, you know, and we used to just use the play mat and all that, but these are the duel cards that I have. Of course, I have some of the most well-known ones, like, of course, I got that. I got Magician's Valkyria, Dark Magician Girl, you know, all these kind of cards. Now, I know in a legal game, this is not kind of utilized, but basically, this is what I would do. This is basically what you're able to do. Now, I may have to take out a few cards, but I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. Put that down here. But you could take like a minimum of cards here. Make sure I'm showing you it right. Minimum of cards here. And you can actually slide them. I think I did it. No, actually, I got it. But you can actually slide them into your holder here and lift this up. And there you go. You have your cards ready to be dueled. So when you get ready to do a duel, if you wanted to, you can pull them out, say, okay, I'm going to put like one card face down, and then there you go. That's how it goes. And then if you say, okay, I'm going to send this card to the graveyard, you just send it, boom, like that, into the graveyard. And that's how it works. Basically, like I said, very identical to what you had in the show. Now you might say, well, what about, you know, magic cards and all that? Well, again, showing you a magic card here, this actually can go into here as a field card, and then, you know, there you go. You can seal it up, and that activates like a magic card or a field card and all that. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's basically designed very much after what you saw in the show. And like I said, you know, I could take a card, like, I don't want to take this one out, but if I wanted to do a fusion card, basically it would be, you know, in here, ready to be, like, unlocked and all that, in time for the duel. But like I said, all you have to do is just snap them up like that, and then when you get ready to duel, you just take out your cards, you know, as best you can, depending on your limitation, like that. Like, you know, this is actually not the not the recommended kind of cards or number of cards you need, but let's say you do it that way after you do a bit of shuffling, and then you put it back in, and then you seal it like that. So that's basically what it is. And like I said, mine kind of works. Mine still works basically. And of course, you want to get them out, you gotta, like I said, I think you gotta put in a certain amount so you can get them out without making a bit of a mess, if you will. And of course, my Dark Magician Girl would be the last one. But then, and so I'll just put these back now. But that's basically what the dual disc is. This is what the original dual disc that was sold to kids, if you will. You know, is capable of. And like I said, you got field spells here as well. Like these little, oh, and by the way, these little holes here, they're meant to put cards in them as well. I think these are like for the magic cards or the trap cards or the field cards as well. Well, mostly this is the field card slot. And then these are like for the traps and magic cards as well. So yeah, basically that's about all I could say on the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel disc that was sold here in the US. Let me know what you all think about it down below. Let me know if you've had one in the past, and comment down below about that. And if maybe you bought some of the newer ones, or if maybe you got one of those collectible ones that looks more realistic than this. Let me know down below, and I'll talk to y'all later. God bless. Take care.